into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Thanks, no trouble.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AfterBuzzTV.com's Undateable Live After Show. We're rocking out to Meghan Trainor.
Oh, yeah.
We were rocking out to Meghan Trainor on Friday because we were at the tapings on the Warner Brother lot, but we're going to get to that a little bit later. For now, my name is Joe Doyle. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JoJo Doyle. Ladies,
Hey guys,
yourselves.
I'm Hannah Prichard. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
And I'm Fiona Zaring. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Fiona Zaring.
Sorry, I'll refrain.
I'm not done dancing.
I just wanted
I wanted to get that bottom to the top bit. Yeah. So guys, it's the Halloween episode. It's episode 5. Halloween walks into a bar, and I was so excited. My favorite thing about TV is Halloween episodes.
Really?
Oh, hands down. I love Christmas episodes, Halloween episodes, and the Super Bowl.
I like the Christmas episodes.
Yeah, I was going to say Christmas is better than Halloween for me.
Oh, man. I mean, I grew up watching all sorts of different Halloween episodes. It just, is really ingrained in my pop culture childhood. And so I was really excited that Undateable, this is their first holiday-themed show ever.
Yeah.
And so they started it off on live and doing Halloween.
True statement.
Yeah.
And they were pretty excited.
They were so stoked.
They were pretty excited about it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody was stoked. When we went to the studio, everybody was dressed in costumes, and they were all just having a great time. One of the writers was dressed as Danny's phone.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. We had
really cool.
There was a Louise. We'll get to that later. There's just so much to talk about. I know, we'll just get distracted. But yeah, let's just jump right in. Jump right into rating us on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram.
Good segue.
Thank you.
Nice.
Well, no, yeah, go to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Rate us 5 stars, subscribe to us, and download us on iTunes. So yeah, do that. As we jump right in, we find out that we knew Justin was a romantic.
Yes.
We had a feeling.
He really, and he lays it on thick. But that's how you court the ladies. You lay the romance on at the beginning, and then it tends to kind of trail off. But Danny is really setting the bar high. Not Danny. Justin is really setting the bar high with all of his romantic talk. And Danny's a little nervous about that.
Yeah, for real. I thought it was enough with all the singing. Like, I don't think he had to do any more. That was already, intense enough.
Well, so he's implemented a hug toll.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would drive me absolutely bonkers.
The first time I saw it, I didn't even get it. I was
Really?
like, what's the point? And then I was like, oh,
What's the point?
They just really want to hug, I guess. I was confused.
He just loves her. He
Yeah.
just wants a hug toll every time she walks out the door.
Yeah, I thought the ladies needed positive,
No, I'll tell you what, listen.
No?
Like, when you're dating somebody, like, hugging, sometimes you're like, why, give me a kiss, why the hell are you hugging me? Like, there's nothing more that actually bothers me sometimes than somebody I'm dating coming up and giving me, like, a nice hug pat. Like, just giving you some patting out, like, love and hug. I'm like, don't pat me like I'm a dog or your, like, 5-year-old niece. Like, no.
I don't necessarily have a problem
know.
with hugs in general, but if someone
weird.
ever tried to give me a hug toll, I would be like, you're just going to have to talk about this, because that's not going to happen anymore. That's not going to be a thing.
No hug tolls. All right.
Too much.
But so would it be better if it was a kiss toll? Or
That would be a little bit better, but that would become obnoxious after a while as well.
I think just no tolls.
Yeah,
I think
no
Danny
tolls.
was right. I think Justin, it's very, very interesting how much Justin plays into every single romantic stereotype you could ever possibly want.
Right.
And maybe one is cute, And 10 is cute to the viewers, but like if for someone actually dating her, if Danny didn't bring something up, I think it would be weird.
Oh yeah.
Too much.
What if that now? I've heard about this thing called your love language, and what if that's
I
his
don't
love
understand
language?
Oh,
language.
yeah, have you heard-
I don't get love. My friends are trying to explain it to me. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So many people try to explain it to me too, and I always dig it for about 5 minutes when you're talking about it with somebody, and then when it actually starts to play out and you're dating somebody and they're like, but that's my love language, then you're like, no,
Like,
dude. No,
done.
just get it together, bro. Stop. That's not an excuse.
Well, like in the love language, there's a bunch of different types. Just to kind of break it down,
Right,
quickly
right.
to Fiona. Sometimes it's how you express your love.
Right.
Or so sometimes you'll do it by physical touch. You'll always want to hug, always want to kiss, always want to,
Isn't it,
horizontal
like,
polka.
Touch, verbal affirmation.
Yeah.
Isn't it like something?
Like gifts.
Gifts, yeah.
that's the only. Hannah's like, don't forget the gifts one.
Gifts.
I know all about that love language.
No, I'm just kidding.
So Justin's love language is all about
All of them, I think.
Everything.
everything.
I think it's all.
That's true. And he thinks that Candace is all about that base.
Right, because
Yeah.
she's so like sweet, but we forget who she was dating beforehand.
Right.
That's
Good
true.
point. I
Right?
didn't even put that together. I just
She
finished
likes
it
them
up.
bad boys. She does. She's not used to being treated right, which is nice for about 5 seconds when you haven't had it before, and then you're like, whoa, pick on me or something. I don't know. Crack a joke. Like, meh.
Right.
I'm crazy, though.
I just learned so much about your relationships and so much about how.
Stop it. Don't touch me.
So anyways, Justin finds out because they want to tell Candace about it.
Right.
And Justin's like, no way, there's no way that she hates this. Like, this is the best. And so they put the giant bear
That is an
costume on.
awesome costume.
It
Amazing.
looked enormous.
Yeah.
It was enormous. And we find out that there's a couple things that Candace is not too pleased about,
Yeah.
No.
much to Justin's chagrin. And so he gets really defensive and offended in a way, and it puts a strain on their relationship.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Which I love. It's like now it's like the whole premise of every episode is like, how many ways can the single friends or the other friends like put a strain on their relationship? It's just like, how many ways can like they really dig it in there and try to ruin it? I think it's
I
fun
don't think
stuff.
they're trying to ruin it. They're
Yeah.
trying
No,
to save it.
No. They are trying to save it, but like accidentally like put their foot in their mouth,
Right.
type
Oh,
of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Same
yeah,
way.
yeah. That didn't mean that like they're malicious about it, going like, no one's gonna have you, crack, breaking pencils and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
But he starts to freak out, and they say that he shouldn't. He can't do that because there's nothing more that a girl finds sexier than to be able to. Let me see if I can get this right. Because I've not been able to get it right before. To be able to successfully talk about their emotions without getting their emotions involved.
Wait,
something?
say this again. Did I miss this part?
No,
say
it's
this
when
again.
it's when Leslie comes and she says there's nothing
Oh, yes.
sexier. I think I wrote it down.
When she
There's
shows
nothing
up-
sexier than when you tell someone what they need to fix and their response is, "No problem, I'll work on that."
That's right. That
was the quote. "No problem, I'll work on that."
True statement.
And so, like, that's what Justin's supposed to do. Because he's about to say something, and then all of a sudden he gets offended and he leaves. And then he returns and she goes to tell what's up.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to freak out. I thought he wasn't going to do
Really?
it. I thought he wasn't going to do it. I thought he was going to freak out and
no,
it was
no,
going to
no.
cause even more drama. But he successfully says, no problem. I'll work on that.
Well, it's because he loves her and he does all these sweet things because he wants
Right.
to hang on to her. So,
His sweet things come from his love for her, not
Yes.
just because he loves all of those things.
Yes.
Even though he clearly does, it's still for her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so great that like we found out that he loved her before because she said it first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just really, it's kind of like when she said it, like in the in the 31st. So when she says it, I'm getting nervous right now because I've never said that to a girl, like, and that would be pretty intense. Like all of a sudden she says it, and I was kind of like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
You never said I love you to a girl?
Never.
Oh my gosh, I more so want to talk about that than the show.
No, I've never done it. I've never done it.
I've never done it like it's like a big act. Like,
Well, I mean, I don't know.
you haven't lost your I love you virginity yet. This is hilarious to me.
Never, not once.
All right, well, I can't wait to meet the girl.
Well, I
Shoot.
mean, like sometimes, like my friends that are girls will be like, okay, bye, I love you, and I'll be like, hi, see you later.
What?
Won't even do
You
it
can't
then.
even say it to
You
a
can't even
friend?
drop it casually. Me and my
Nope.
friends say love you all the
Oh,
time.
yeah. I say, like,
Okay,
bye,
I'm
love
gonna-
you to everyone.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go like for 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. Bye, love you. Like we just
Yeah.
like.
And I'll be like, ah, yeah, and I'll just I won't say it right. I won't do it.
What?
I've never done it. I mean,
There's a big difference between love you and like
I love you.
Like, oh, love
Okay.
you means nothing, but I love you. Like if you are in like a serious setting and you add that I on, it can
The
change
declaration.
everything.
So,
of it.
for the record, if Fiona ever says love you, she actually may be thinking hate you.
Oh, okay.
No,
kidding,
not
I'm
like
kidding.
that. It just
Okay.
doesn't mean the same thing. I think that's something that like girls have to be careful about because it could freak a boy out if you're like, oh, love you, and he's like,
Oh,
whoa,
so
like that's different.
she does not always mean she loves you
Yeah,
when she says
she's
love
not telling you she's like in love with
True
you.
statement. Make a
Yeah,
note of that. Make a note of
He's
that.
Yeah,
learning a lot of things.
I am.
tonight.
I'm learning a lot of these things.
Thank Undateable, you know?
Now, here's the question, because Candace said it first. Does that mean anything more that she was the first one to say it?
No?
No?
I think
Girl-
to some boys, like other boys, it could be like a, whoa, I wanted to say it first. But to Justin, like if a girl said it first to Danny, I think he'd be freaking out. But
Oh,
for
yeah.
Justin's character, I think it's like everything he's ever wanted.
Yes. Agreed.
I think that, I mean, I've never said, I mean, it is everything I've ever wanted as well. I mean, I had an annual pass to
Jeff.
Disneyland. I mean, it's the truth, you know. And so, but the thing is, I feel like if a girl said that to me, even if I really wanted it to happen, I would flip.
Really?
Just maybe that's why I'm not emotional.
Flip in what way?
I would just be like, I would start getting, you know, like talking faster, smiling, much like what I'm doing right now, that kind of stuff, but heightened, you know.
right.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was really cool, and it was a great moment for them to, you know that they both love each other and to share that moment together. And
It
then,
was really cute.
It was
Yeah.
sweet.
although I don't know how it would be like, I wouldn't want it to be in front of my friends.
Yeah,
I would
you
want the
know.
moment. I would want the first time to be special.
Yeah, well, they share everything in that bar, all right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
They're in everybody else's relationship. Nothing makes it outside of the secret. Like,
Yeah.
blanket.
That's true. Very, very true.
And nothing makes it. Never mind. Nothing stays in. Never mind. You know what I meant.
I don't think you know the definition of a secret blanket.
I clearly don't.
No, that's a callback to the joke.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, and then and there you have it, folks. That's a Halloween walks into a bar. That's
That's yeah.
That's pretty
that's
much the episode.
There was one other love connection that we saw, and I was mighty jealous of. When Megan Trainor.
Oh, I was thinking of
Shelley.
something else, but yeah, that was great.
She
Yep.
was so great. The
She
little,
did a
like,
yeah,
boob pull
she did
and
a
the
good
wings.
job.
Oh yeah, she tore the house down. I mean, like I just want to jump into news and gossip and talk all about the live performance.
Because we had so much fun.
We did. Let's just jump right in.
All right.
News and gossip.
AFTERBUZZ.
I forgot that they did that song. And I was like, oh my god, that was woo. Hello.
So, you guys, in case you didn't know, we got invited to a live taping of Undateable Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we went on Friday, and it was Halloween themed. Everyone was dressed in costume. We dressed up. I dressed up as Mr. Incredible.
Oh, I was Marsha Brady when she gets hit with the football. Like, a lot of people didn't know that, and I got a lot of weird looks, but the people who did, y'all were real cool. Thanks for that.
I was Minnie Mouse, and I was ashamed of my really basic costume because she had one that was so creative, but everybody got mine, so.
It's a true statement.
In your face.
Dang it.
But
What
so-
you get for trying to be cool.
No, I wish I would have done that. I'd rather tell people my costume and have them be like, oh, you're awesome, than people be like, oh, just another Minnie Mouse.
Great.
This is another
Great,
Minnie
great.
Mouse. Especially on the Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right?
not even Disney. But yeah, that's
Truth.
we went on the Warner Brothers lot, so we got onto the lot and we went to Soundstage 18. That's where they
Oh,
film
yeah.
it. And it was great. We had this little lounge that we were hanging out with. Megan Trainor was the musical guest, and everyone, like, the fact that she was there people were freaking out.
There's a lot of excitement.
Like, I mean, just in general, because everyone was in costume. Right when we walk up, Bill Lawrence, the executive producer, he goes, "Hey, nice costume," and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Bill." Did I do the gun?
No,
I think
Okay,
you said I love Say Anything or whatever because he was like dressed up as John
he was
Cusack.
dressed as John Cusack from Say Anything, and he goes, "Oh, don't tell, we're gonna have a costume contest later." So they had like all this stuff already lined up, just fun, exciting things.
Y'all, it was like one big party. Let's be honest.
Set.
It was awesome. Yeah.
It's like probably the coolest set I think to work on. To be a part of that show specifically would be so fun because it's just a very. You go on sets sometimes and the vibe is everyone's so tense about everything. They're throwing sheets over the sets the minute the scene is done just to like keep everything super tidy and super organized. And like if one thing goes wrong, there's 20 people freaking out about it. But this set was just like everyone's in costumes. The social media lounge isn't like a lounge with a computer and a couch. It's like a full bar that's open to everyone all night. Like, you know, it's like everyone's having a party. Everyone's having fun. When the scenes are over, people are chilling on the couch because they're in the bar. So cast and crew's just hanging on the other sets having fun.
It was really nice.
It's a different tone.
Yeah.
I kind of look over and I'm like, oh, okay. Bridget Mendler's just right next to me.
Sam, who's not here tonight, was freaking out when Bridget came into that lounge. She just sat in the corner and was just like, "Hannah, she's over there. Hannah, she's over there. I feel like my time's coming. I think I should get up and say something. I think, does she see me? I think she looked over here. I think she's going to come closer soon. I think this is my mom." I'm not kidding you. She was, you missed this?
I missed
Oh my God. She was cracking me up. And this went on for like 30 minutes. I'm not kidding you. Because she didn't want to get up and leave because she kept feeling that her presence was getting closer to her and she wanted to like meet her so badly. She wanted to hug her is what she wanted. She was like, I want to give her a hug. I don't know if she ever got to give her a hug. I hope she did. I don't think she did.
I realized very quickly because I was trying really hard to like stay in my like little corner and like not bother anyone, but then I was like, everyone is just talking to everyone. You don't know who was in that room. There was like a lot of people in the lounge, but like you could tell there were just like cast and crew's friends and family, but then also just like I ended up talking to this really, really nice woman who's in advertising at Warner Brothers, and like she's like, "I just came by because this is such a fun show and so-and-so said I could come and I'm so glad I'm here." Like they just seem to like welcome everyone with open arms and want the room to be full of people that are excited about their show and want to have a party.
And at the same time, everybody was still on the ball.
Exactly. It was like a good balance of work and play. Like nothing was out of line. They still kept everything very organized, but they made sure that everybody still had a great time at the same time without anything getting out of control.
Like all the writers were in like completely ridiculous costumes. Running around. But then like in between things, like, you know, like Chris would come up to me and be like, "Hey Joe, like, so what'd you think about that?" Yeah, that was it. And he would start breaking down like what like the writers had envisioned for the episode and for that story arc and how it would be. He mentioned one part specifically where they wanted the actors to hit it really hard so it could launch the story arc. Yeah. And he was like, oh, he was worried that it didn't hit hard enough. And so it was interesting to see that aspect of it because everyone's having a good time and talking and hanging out with, like, you know, the guests, Megan Trainor's hanging out. Tony Hawk was there.
He's still freaking out about that.
Did he do one? He didn't do both.
He just did one.
He just did the first one, right?
Which is cool because they do things differently. It depends. Like, if you were like a diehard fan, you're probably going to want to watch both feeds.
Absolutely.
You know, just to see what they tweak.
And the difference, so Sam wanted to talk to Bridget, and I was thinking, oh man, if I see Tony Hawk, and I even said it, I go, if I see Tony Hawk, I'm going to say this one specific thing, and then that's all, and it's going to be great. And the moment came, you guys, I had that moment. Tony Hawk.
Over cheesy cauliflower.
Like. Tony Hawk was getting a plate of food, you know, in the lounge. And I was standing next to a table. And then I said, hey, you can use this table if you want. Because, I mean, I was just standing watching the show from the monitors. And he goes, oh, thanks. You know, nice. And sits down, you know, starts to kind of eat. And I go, I don't think I went like this. But I was like, oh. And by the way, Police Academy 4 was my favorite.
Like, that means nothing to me.
I don't get it either, but I'm so happy.
Neither of you were born during the Police Academy movie run, but he did a brief stint in Police Academy. He did, like, the stunts for David Spade on the skateboard. Oh. And, you know, so, like, he worked on the show, and he kind of laughed, because it's a random, like, you know, thing. But he laughed and said, oh, thanks. And that was my interaction.
So basically, you guys are best friends now.
Yeah,
Yep.
he died and went to
Best
heaven.
friends. I've
Like,
been-
honestly, I'm not kidding you. When you came back and said, I talked to Tony Hawk, and we're, like, freaking out about it, I thought because you made it sound like you were, like, sitting in the lounge hanging out, you and Tony, like, but I was like, did
Nope.
they have, like, a full conversation? Then you told me the story, and I was like, huh. Yay!
Yep, that was it. And that just made my day. Like, I mean, it was, it was great because we were seeing everybody. I mean, like, I was talking with David, we were just hanging out, and he was telling me about his sea captain costume, and I was talking.
That thing was awesome,
It was,
too.
that was my favorite costume.
Oh,
out of
yeah.
everyone's.
That was intense. I wondered. Well, okay, and this, I thought he was actually doing a performance, because isn't there, like, never mind, I'm not even going to say it, because I may just embarrass myself, but I thought he was actually doing a play where he was wearing that costume from the stuff that he was, like,
Posting.
Instagramming
Yeah.
and stuff throughout
Yeah.
the week.
Oh.
I thought
Leading up
so
to
too.
it?
I
Yeah.
thought so too. And then I got there and I was like, oh, I just must be wrong. But I think I know which picture you're talking about. There was something he captioned, and I was like, oh, I think interesting.
Yeah.
What a different vibe for him, like,
Right.
right now to be doing both these two projects at the same
And, like,
time. But
I'm
no.
still not convinced that wasn't happening. I'm going to have to go back and, like, restock him on Instagram, because I really thought that he was doing, like, a performance in that costume. Because I thought there was pictures with other people dressed up in, like, ghost type. Never mind. You know what? I'm embarrassed.
That's all right. Don't worry. I was embarrassed last week for randomly stopped talking. This is your
All right,
week.
whatever.
Okay,
It's
no
fine.
worries.
It's fine. Watch me be right, though.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with probably not. I don't,
Okay, great.
I don't think so.
Great.
And go ahead. You had something exciting.
Guys, can we call the number?
Yeah, call it. You want to call it up?
Yeah, let's call the number.
Call the number.
Because didn't you do this last week and I wasn't here?
Well, we
I was
thought
sick.
we
You have the
talked
number,
about-
right?
Yeah.
Here, or you do it on your phone and you talk. You talk. I don't. Too much pressure.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay.
You do it.
I'm gonna call the number.
Guys, we're calling the number
So-
that they put on that
Yeah.
Danny's phone.
Yeah, and somebody told us, I forget who it was, but someone told us who typically has the phone.
And it's
Bill does.
yeah, on
Yeah.
Sundays.
Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna go to this. Go to this. This is nerve wracking. I had to take my phone off of.
P.S. Engineers, we are probably going to make the connection sound weird while we hold our phone up to the mic.
Oh, good gracious.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great.
So let's
Great.
see here. Let me just get to the.
But just as a note, make sure to tell us about this because we do have a phone hooked up to the sound system.
No way. Can we do that
Oh,
right now?
If it's a number that can be released over the public.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yeah.
It can.
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
released definitely. Okay, here's the number.
Well, give me 1 second.
This will be so
All right.
anticlimactic if they don't answer.
You tell us when you're ready. We'll just keep talking till then.
Will do.
This
Great.
is fun. Wait, this is fun. So I have a friend who's like Meghan Trainor's biggest fan. So just in general, the fact that she was there, I was like, okay, I gotta like be on my game. I gotta send Amanda like 1,000 Snapchats, make sure she sees everything she can possibly see. And then we're sitting, watching the monitors,
This is
like
cool.
the VIP section. We're like feeling pretty cool just that we're there. And then all of a sudden, like we can tell, like, oh, Meghan Trainor, she's just like right there on the other side of that curtain. And like her scene's done, we're watching, and this girl comes like walking in all flustered, and she's like, does anyone have a size 7 shoe? Anybody black size 7? And I'm like, what? Who is this person? Like,
Black
oh,
shoe size 7.
Yeah,
hello,
she made
hello,
that sound.
Meghan Trainor.
You got that too. You said anybody black size 7. I mean, we were both like black
no.
shoe,
Black shoe,
size 7.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, keep going.
No, but she was just like asking anybody who was a size 7 that happened to have black shoes on if she could please borrow them. And I was like, shoot, I'm like a size 5.
I know, it's like a
darn
thing. I was
it.
like, dang it, I'm wearing tan
If
shoes and I'm
only
like
I-
a really small foot.
If only I had bigger shoes, then I could tell Amanda, like, okay, not only did I like meet Meghan Trainor, like she borrowed my shoes. But no.
It was kind of cool, guys. Like, people were just taking their shoes off, and
Yeah,
she was like, putting
everyone
them on
left
and,
and
like,
right
switch-
was like, these, do you want these?
It was really pretty cool, and she
Yeah.
was just like cool and did like a little jig when she got them on, and was like, yeah, I think it's felt great.
She's like, thank you so much. And this random lady in like this rainbow wig was like, oh, no problem, Meghan.
It was actually one of the casting directors for the show. Like, I mean, there was just really cool things going on, guys.
That was probably like the most exciting moment for me.
Ready
got
for
it.
that number? Whenever you are.
The number is 313-525-2014.
And write that down, because anyone can call it.
Yeah.
At any time. And they'll
Yeah.
they were telling us that they send voice videos, like voice memos, or like they'll send a video back. If you leave a voicemail, they listen to the voicemails.
Hey guys, Danny Burton here. Can't come to the phone right now. Not sorry about it. I'm in the middle of shooting a show probably. Anyway, call me back. Or, no.
Should we leave a message?
Mailbox is full. To send
Dang
an
it.
SMS.
Hey, that's pretty cool though. They have like a mailbox set up for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, this is Danny's phone.
I wonder
'cause-
how many
filming.
people have left a message.
Well, now that now I think that people are getting messages back
I
and
know.
text back, because
Yeah.
Chris would say that he would see them, listen to the voicemail and then text back.
Yeah.
And
so-
freak them out.
Yeah, you guys, that's the number one reason why I love this show, bar none, is the fact that they reach out to their fans and they're so cool about it.
Yeah.
I met a guy also named Joe, coincidentally, that is a huge fan of the show. He lives like an hour, 2 hours away. And he came all the way out. He got to hold one of the pumpkins for, like the very beginning. And he was having the time of his life hanging out. in the
They
lounge.
just like make it. There's no line between them and the people who watch the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they really love and receive everybody and all of their fans, and it's really cool. And like bring them on the show. That was so cool of them to do that for him.
Yeah.
And he got to hang out in the lounge with everybody too.
Yeah,
and meet
he
all
was
these
exactly
people.
where we were. He
Yeah.
had all the same access that we had. Just because he's a fan and somebody saw him on Twitter, someone saw, I don't remember what he was saying, but someone just saw something he had done, and that was enough for them to be like, oh, let's give this guy the coolest time of his life.
Yeah.
Really great casting crew.
It really was.
really awesome.
And then in between, like I can't get over the fact about how hard Megan rocked, because you saw one show, one individual thing, one song at the end.
Right.
But in this instance, she did like 4 or 5 songs in between, and like destroyed each and every one of them. It was insane.
When they were done, like when they were like wrapped, we were off the air. Obviously, she was going to finish out the song she was doing, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, because everyone sort of migrated onto the little stage is here, and then the living room set is just right here. So everyone that was in the social media lounge just sort of ended up in the living room, gathered to watch her. And then she just kept going. She just was like, oh, everyone's here. There's like a big concert. The live audience was right there, and she was just sandwiched in between everybody on her teeny tiny stage. She just kept going until like she basically did a little mini show for everyone that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Which was awesome of her, because she could have done her one song and been like, goodbye, I'm Megan Trainor, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
Nope.
But nope, she was awesome.
Yeah, she was really great. And and thank you again to the cast and the crew that is so like hospitable and welcomed us there. It was great.
it was
They were
really
popping
awesome.
in, saying hey, saying what's up in between the shots, and that's really special.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on a couple of sets in my day.
Oh, stop it.
But no, it was special, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
And we're looking forward to the next time we get to come back. And I promise that we'll keep Hannah away from the cheesy cauliflower.
Guys, that was really good. I could not stay away. I had like a few helpings.
A few helpings. I mean, I'm a big guy, but I was like, whoa, Hannah.
Listen, it was really good.
All right. Well, you guys don't forget, if we have a lot of fun stuff planned. We have more writers coming on the show. We have word on the street is that we have a couple more. We're in talks with a couple of the stars to come on to future episodes. So keep up with us. Follow us on Twitter. Go subscribe to the show on YouTube, and then go subscribe to the show. Download it on iTunes. Rate us. Comment if you guys have any questions that you want us to get to the cast and crew. We have an in. We can help you out.
This guy.
I'm just saying, but definitely tune in next week and all the weeks for the rest of the season, because we got a lot of fun stuff in store for you. You can find me on Twitter at JoJo Doyle. Ladies, tell them where you can find him.
Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hot Dude.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Fiona Zaring.
Awesome. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week for another AfterBuzzTV.com's Undateable Live After Show. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.